Welcome to the Pursuit of Excellence, the official voice of the Douglas County School System. On Pursuit of Excellence, we're committed to bringing you the news, information, and resources about Douglas County schools. I am your host, Portia Lake, Douglas County School System's Director of Public Information. Today, we're talking about the Academy at the College and Career Institute. And today we're joined by Principal Gary Morris and Assistant Principal Jerry Armstrong, and they are over at the CCI. And Principal Morris, what is the CCI and what is the Academy at CCI?
Okay. The CCI is the Douglas County College and Career Institute. And this is our 10th year in existence. And what we do is we offer students in the ninth grade an opportunity to apply for our lottery, to come and be a part of a different experience where students can focus on dual enrollment and also the career courses that are offered at the college. And
Assistant Principal Jerry Armstrong, why don't you tell us where you're located for those of us who may not know what a beautiful campus that you're on?
Okay, we're located on the campus of West Georgia Technical College, the Douglas campus, and we have a building there. And like he said, we've been there about the last 10 years, and our academy program is in its 5th year of existence.
Okay. And what makes this program, we have a lot of magnet programs, what makes the academy at CCI so specialized and so unique for our students?
Well, it provides our kids with an opportunity that they can really focus on the dual enrollment aspect where if they're on our campus, we're on a college campus. And so they really don't have to worry about the transportation that they would have to worry about if they're at the base school. So at a base school, if they want to take dual enrollment, whether it be core or our industry elective courses, they would have to provide their own transportation. But then if they're on our campus, they would have that opportunity to go take those core classes by just walking up the hill because it's on their campus.
Okay. And tell us a little bit more about the history of the CCI. How did this all come about? I know this is a partnership between several organizations. So how did we get this in Douglas County?
Right. You're right. It is a partnership between ourselves, the Douglas County School System, and West Georgia Technical College and the Chamber of Commerce. And the need for helping students to choose a career pathway has been a need in many communities for many years. And in our community, it was led by Mandy Johnson, our CTA director, and 10 years ago, and they saw the need very early on. We were probably one of the first 5 college and career academies in the state. And so through that partnership with the chamber and the businesses and the college, we were able to come up with 12 pathways for our students to take part in to help them choose what kind of career path that they would want to go into. And it's not just for students that are just career-minded. I mean, you know, this is college and or career, so it sets up our kids very well in a career. And then if they decide to go to college, then that's just kind of icing on the cake.
I see. And then Assistant Principal Jerry Armstrong, why don't you tell us, Principal Morris just spoke with us about why there's such a need in our community for CCI. Why don't you elaborate on that? What need do you see in our community for the CCI? What role?
Well, it does, it gives the students the opportunity to do career exploration. And that's, something that comes to them for free at this point, at this level. Oftentimes our college students do career exploration, but that's on their parents' dime. And so this allows our students to have an interest in something, to try it out. If they don't like it, then maybe they try another program another year. And we've had lots of students who've said, since they could talk well, they wanted to be, a teacher. And then they get in the classroom and they're like, oh, I don't really like kids that well. Well, it's really good to find that out before you go through 4 years of college, and then you kind of feel like you're stuck in a career.
Okay. And Principal Morris, what type of pathways can they explore at the CCI?
Wow, we have 12, and then we also have 2 high school courses. We have welding, we have nurse aid, we have cosmetology, we have automotive, we have game development, and a new cyber security pathway, which is a brand new pathway this year. It's becoming rapidly popular with our kids. Let's see, we have criminal justice, we have Help me out, Jerry. I know I'm missing a few.
We have dental assisting,
Yes.
pharmacy, culinary. And I think that nurse aid. We do offer nurse aid.
And that's a wide range of programs that you have available there. So this is a very valuable resource in our community. I've had a chance to, I was there when we went and surprised some of your students of your Teacher of the Year there. So you have got some outstanding instructors there at the CCI. Why don't you talk to us, Principal Morris, about the level of commitment that these educators have at the CCI? They're outstanding.
Well, thank you very much, and we think that as well. I would like to add to that last question is that we offer 12 dual enrollment programs. So all those programs that we just mentioned are all dual enrollment. They're not high school classes. So as students come and take those classes, one, like Jerry mentioned earlier, they're free, and they're all college credits, and they all transfer to other institutions within the state. So that's very good for our students.
It's very good for students, parents, and families, and they're getting a head start on their college education, and they're getting that background right now. Okay, so we've got the beautiful campus. You've got a solid curriculum with lots of different pathways. Let's talk about the benefits for the students. We talked about how they're benefiting from being right there on that college campus. What other ways do you see them benefiting?
Well, and you mentioned the instructors. They have access to excellent instruction from our teachers that are from business and industry, so they have that experience that they can pass along to our students. Top-notch instruction. The rigor in the classroom is out the roof. They do a really good job with our kids and giving those opportunities to them that are actually industry experience. And Jerry could probably elaborate some on that as well, unless I hit it.
You hit it. And then, our academy program is unique in that it allows those students to spend all day with us. So prior to the last few years, those students came, they only were able to spend half a day with us. And so then they, a lot of them just talked about, well, we would really like to spend all day here and not be at our base high school. So our academy program allows that. Our instructors in the academy building are excellent instructors. We have excellent test scores. They do a really good job. We have smaller class sizes. And so, it's really a benefit for students to be over there. They get to spend all day. Half their day is with those trade and industry people, and then half the day they spend doing their core academic classes.
Okay, and now for this question for both of you. We talked about how this came about as a partnership between several different groups. What is your relationship with those groups now? Are they still supporting you in your efforts at the CCI? Is it an ongoing relationship?
Yes, it is an ongoing relationship. We are a charter school, and so we meet once a month with our charter board. And the charter board is made up of business and industry from the community, and so we speak on a regular basis with them about the needs of the business community, and we try to take their ideas and implement them within the Career Academy. I'm glad Jerry clarified some too, because we are two things going on there. We have the dual enrollment piece, and then we also have the high school, which is what a lot of times parents want, like Jerry said, to have those students come and stay all day, and sometimes we get that those things they're so interwoven, and the opportunities for our kids that come and be a part of that academy to take a part in the dual enrollment that it's hard sometimes to separate them. So we try our best, but then it gets even more confusing. But the instruction in the academy is bar none. Those teachers combined have many years of experience in education, and this year we had the first time that we actually had a Teacher of the Year, and that Teacher of the Year actually ended up being the high school Teacher of the Year for the Douglas County School System. So
well-deserved honor.
We are very proud of Miss Berry, and she does a wonderful job for the academy, and she's a good ambassador for us in what we do. So the kids that come have an opportunity that's bar none in this county, and I would say in this state.
Okay, well, for the parents who feel like the academy at CCI is a right fit for them, why don't we talk about admission? Can both of you talk about what it takes to get into this program and what their options are?
Sure.
We have students must enter their 9th grade year, so we feel like we should kind of raise them in the way that they should go. And so that way they get a fresh start with us. They're already transitioning, so it's a great time to transition. So we do allow students to enter only in their 9th grade year for our academy program. We do a lottery system. So it's different than some of the other magnets in that we don't necessarily look at their merits or anything like that. We do look at that after they've already been accepted, but I mean, it's a strict lottery. So you enter your name in, and we basically pull names out of a hat and we number them 1 through however many names we have, and then that's where you end up. And each year we determine based on allotments and things like that, how many students we can take, and all of that is advertised, and parents know about that ahead of time. So our next informational night is November 5th, where we'll talk more about the academy and whether that's a right fit for your student, and that'll be at the CCI at 6 o'clock.
Okay, now one of the most outstanding things about the CCI is the small class size and, of course, the beautiful campus and the family-like atmosphere. What is your average enrollment there per school year?
Well, the wonderful thing is we have increased our number every year, and Mr. North is a huge supporter of the academy and increased our allotments last year to 4 additional teachers. So that allowed us to increase our enrollment from about 105 students to this year being over 200 students that can take part in this opportunity. So that's how we determine the lottery and how many kids we can take. And so this past year we were able to take 109 students additional to what we had. And so this year it's going to be based again on allotments and based on how many students are taking part in the dual enrollment, that kind of thing, which helps us determine whether we can take additional students or not. I mean, meaning a large number or not.
And who is a good fit for the academy at CCI?
The student who is career-minded, who is open-minded, the student who wants to take risks, wants to take advantage of opportunities, and just explore that any kind of career that they might be interested in. That's the type of student that would fit just wonderfully in our school.
Okay, and Ms. Armstrong, would you agree that those are the characteristics that make a good fit for a student at the academy?
Yes, definitely. They need to, definitely want to explore those careers. And they need to be, basically they need to be good students too. They need to be on level and working hard towards, their goals.
Okay. And the application process, is it complicated?
No, actually it's not. It's as simple as we have a online registration process. The students click on that. They give us their name, address, number, and then they're registered, and they register for the lottery. And if there's 2,000 people that apply, then we put them all the names in the lottery hopper, if you will, and we pull each name, and each name gets a number. And so until, say, just as an example, if we can take 40 students, then the first 40 are notified, and then everybody else has a number. So if number 40 says, hey, you know what, this might not be a good fit for me, then we go to 41, and we inform them, hey, now you have an opportunity if you would like. So every person's assigned a number, and that's how we do our wait list. We just move through the numbers as if someone decides that that's not for them. So it's simple as just filling out the registration online. We receive that information, and you're signed up for the lottery.
Was there a wait list last year?
Yes, we had 248 students, I believe it was, that applied for the lottery, and so we took 109 out of that, and then we were able to pull from that from the additional numbers, and so we ended up with a solid 109 students.
Okay, but this year there'll be more options because you have more teachers.
Yes.
You can move that number up. That's great.
That's what we're hoping, yes.
Okay, well, of course, it's very important that we talk about deadlines. I mean,
Yes.
we've got some important dates to remember. Can you help me tell our listeners what dates they need to keep in mind?
The key date coming up is November the 5th, which is another parent informational night at 6 o'clock, and we'll talk about what the academy can do and offer your student. And then the next if you will, date that's important is January the 10th, which is when the registration opens, and it's open through January the 29th. And then we will hold the lottery on February the 3rd at 5 o'clock in the atrium. There's no requirement to be present at the drawing, but we do have many parents that come and witness the drawing.
All right, that's good information. Why don't you tell us again that address so that people will know for that November 5th event?
The address is 4600 Timber Ridge Drive, and that's on the campus of West Georgia Technical College, the Douglas campus.
And there's plenty of signs there. It's a beautiful
yes.
campus, lots to see there, and it's really a wonderful learning environment. All right, thank you so much, Principal Gary Morris and Assistant Principal Jerry Armstrong. You both have been great. Again, that Nets Big event, that big date coming up is November the 5th at 6 p.m. at the CCI. Thank you so much, Principal Gary Morris and Assistant Principal Jerry Armstrong, for joining us on this edition of Pursuit of Excellence. I am your host, Portia Lake. I certainly appreciate you for listening in. For more information on the Douglas County School System, log on to our website, dcssga.org.